Hi, guys and girls all around the world, wherever you are. Welcome to the Booth Brothers. We are back for episode 15. Can you believe it? And I'm just going to carry on saying what I always say. We have got a monster of a show for you tonight. The guests we've got tonight are just fantastic. Before we get to them, let's introduce the two really important guys of this podcast. And please hit us up in the chat. Let us know if you can hear us fine. If you can see us, fine. If everything's good, then if you're happy, we're happy. It's as simple as that. So let's get the main men on. Joey Ryan, are you there? There he is.
Hey,
Look,
what's up, Mark?
you threatened to do the show tonight without headphones. What happened?
You know, I didn't feel comfortable without headphones. Yeah, I felt kind of naked, but
You don't look the same, and I don't want to see you naked. Trust me.
yeah. Well, I got to tell you, we got some people already chiming in. We got James Brinson tuning in from Lincoln City, Oregon. I want to say that's where we had a big tournament a few years ago out there. Maybe not, but welcome, James. Thanks for tuning in. Please, if you don't mind, share the video and yeah. So
Do you know what? I cannot wait to get Melina Mike on, because he's a very busy man these days. I mean, never know where to find him. You might have seen him earlier, actually, on Nate Minden's Cue It Up podcast. Here he is. He's made it in time. He's got the same T-shirt on as well. Hello, Melina Mike. How you doing, mate?
I've been made to feel like a traitor. These guys have been, my Booth brothers have been harassing me and giving me nothing but hell the last 20 minutes. But I'm glad we made it. I hear we got some great guests, so I'm excited, boys.
Yeah, we got some great guests tonight. We've got the usual features as well. Of course, we've got a great caption competition this week, and we're actually going to get it judged by the guy that is one half of that caption, and it is, of course, the great Sky Woodward. And he's got a huge match coming up with SVB. They're going to be playing a race to 150. There's the caption right up on the screen there. That's the photograph that we wanted you to caption. We've had loads in, and right on cue. Joey's well on form tonight. Look, there goes the poster for the Shane versus Skyler. It's a race to 150. It's on a bar box, and we're going to be talking about that. It's coming up in about 3 days' time, I think. And I know Skyler was practicing very, very hard earlier. I saw a sneak little preview of his practice.
There's Mama Woodward.
Is she there? Is she? Here comes Mum. Hey, Deborah.
Yeah.
How you doing, Deborah? You know, she is so great. She's such a help to me to get Skyler, because Skyler never checks his phone until his mum says, "Go check your phone, Skyler. Mark's trying to get hold of you." "Oh, sorry, Ma," and he's straight on it. So, shall we get him on? Actually, shall we?
Yeah, let's bring him in. He's. I got to warn you, he's a little mobile right now. He was in his car. Now he's coming
He's
through
with the chickens again. He's at the chicken coop again.
There he is. Hey, Skyler. How you doing, mate?
Oh, we can't hear him.
Where's the audio?
Hey, I made it home, but y'all talking about my chickens. Here they are right here.
Show us your chickens. Show us your chickens.
Here's their chicken coop. I should go out back. I gotta show y'all my chickens, dude. They're big.
Mate,
he is so excited. You can hear it in his voice how excited he is.
Yeah, y'all should see these bad boys.
And you cannot imagine how happy you've just made me, Skylar, because I've written another rap for you, of course, and your chickens have made it into the rap as well. So there you go.
You need y'all need to have you need to come out with a Booth Brothers intro rap.
I like
Good idea.
Guys up there. Mm-hmm.
But look at them right there. See them all?
Wow, look at that. The chickens.
Yeah, they're getting big.
Which one's named Orcolo?
Dude, the little midget. That one right there, the one that just made noise at us. He's
chirping away.
He's hollering for a rematch.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
Jeez.
So, well, come on, guys, let's get to it then, Skylar. How are you feeling? Big match coming up in a few days' time. How are you feeling? How's the practice been going?
Oh, I feel good. Practice has been good. Shoot. Been playing the last few days, so ready to go. Ready to go. I feel better. I feel better this time than last time, and I've played less pool.
And are we going to see Dax holding a huge bundle of money and chewing on that big bundle of dollar bills again? Come
Yeah.
on, yeah, you reckon, yeah?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Hey Sky, do you expect this to be a similar match to the one with Dennis, or you think Shane's gonna, come out firing? What are your expectations?
Um, I honestly see the match. Phil's talked to me the last few days, just asking me questions and just talking to me, and I was like, dude, honestly, he told me his input on the match, and I've told him, I said that honestly, man, if anybody's gonna beat me on the bar table, it will be Shane and it will be Tim Ball. But I think I'm more ready this time. Like last time, I was, I wasn't in stroke at all. I wasn't in stroke at all. So I was practicing like to get in stroke instead of practicing my break. But this time, I still haven't played no pool, but I feel like I'm just in dead punch, and I'm playing. So this time, now that I'm practicing, I can actually practice my break all at the same time, and I feel like I'm hitting the ball. I'm hitting the ball a lot cleaner than last time still. So um, I think even though I think Shane's a tougher match, I feel like I'm more ready this time.
Okay.
Hey Sky, before Mike asks you a question, I know he's got one for you. Can you turn your phone the other way and see if we can get you a little wider on the screen?
Man, seriously? No,
Is
I'm
that
kidding.
better?
That's better.
Go ahead, Mike.
I'm bigger.
It makes you look bigger, Sky. And no
Yeah,
wonder
I'm
you went
bigger.
no wonder you went portrait.
Yeah.
What What do you say to those that say Sky Woodward's the best American player now?
I don't know. Everybody, I think it's everybody's got an opinion. I can feel like I'm the best player in the United States. I can feel like I'm the best player in the United States. It's just, everybody's got their own opinion. Y'all can think Shane's the best. Y'all can think, anybody's the best in America. It's just everybody's got their own opinions. Everybody thinks. It's just it comes down. It's different. Like, how can you say Shane's not the best in the United States? Because look at the titles He's got. But
Well, maybe not so much on resume, but maybe as far as how you're playing today. You know, y'all both went as deep in the World Championships, right? I mean, you've
no,
been
not
No, he went
not
further.
no,
was it?
not as deep.
Oh,
I went further. The mullet went
okay. Well, there you
further.
go.
All
There you
right,
go. There you go. There you
the
go. There
mullet
you
went
go.
further.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying though. I mean, you win Derby. I think you got more wins recently, right? And you're playing when you're in dead punch, like you're saying, you're tough to go and beat. And when I saw you go and play Dennis, even whenever you get in a hole or you're trading haymakers with the guy, when you're trading 3, 4s, and 5s, you never give up. You still have this happy-go-lucky way about you where you just don't give a shit, and as soon as you get a chance, you take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's how I've always been. Just wait my turn. I feel like I've always felt like, even if they, on paper or anything, they're a better player. I've always felt like, you know, always felt like I always got to feel like I'm the better player. That's the only way you can win tournaments. If you feel like the underdog always, you don't feel like you can win. I feel like I can. I always feel like I'm the best. I feel like I can always get there, but
Is the size is the bar box a big advantage for you or not?
the bar box, yeah. The bar be an
Oh,
advantage, kinda, I guess, but not as much advantage as me playing Dennis, because um, Shane grew up on the bar table too, but probably been he was on the bar tip. So
Hey,
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like I said.
hey, Sky, you're a
Nothing.
little Sky. You're a little
Audio.
choppy. You're a little choppy. I don't know if you can get to a place that's got a little better reception, but we're losing you on audio.
Yeah.
Let's-
Would you have any interest in playing Shane on a big table after this?
Is it clear now?
Yes.
Sounds better.
Oh, I think my hand was on it. Honestly,
Keep your hands off it.
my bad, guys. My bad.
You're good. Would you have any interest in playing Shane on a big table after this?
I mean, I don't know. Only time will tell, really. If I win this match, I'll let him have a rematch, and then when I win again, yeah, I'll do it.
You can see the confidence in his smile right there. You can see it. It's coming. It's coming from you.
Do you know? I know Joey's got a question for you, but I'd just like to jump in very, very quickly on something just the way you approach these matches. I heard on a recent podcast people talking about how you have got the perfect attitude and temperament. When you're sitting in the chair, you're not really stressing, but when Shane's sitting in the chair, he's stressing and he can't wait to get back, but you're just sort of taking it all in your stride. And then when you do get back to the table, you're in just perfectly relaxed mode and just ready to fire again. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, like I just said a while ago, I mean, I'm just always positive. I just try to sit in my chair, and wait. I just feel like none of the guys can do anything that I can't do. So I just feel like if they can run 10, I can get up and run 10 right behind them. I don't know. I just feel that way.
Great attitude.
Like, I don't know. I just always been positive, like sitting in my chair. I feel like I'm always in the match. I'm always, just waiting my turn, no matter what the score is.
Yeah, it's a great saying. You can't do anything while your opponent's at the table, so you might as well just enjoy the time, relax, think positive thoughts. You can't do anything, right? It's not football or tennis. You can't. You're just waiting until the opponent misses. So just relax and hang out, basically. Yeah.
I heard you made him 10 different offers when it comes to side bets in the do. Let's hear some of them. I want to know, what did he say no to?
I mean, I made him a money offer. I made him an offer to wear a mullet wig.
Picture, Joey.
I told him to wear a mullet wig
like that
during like a few events. Wouldn't do nothing.
Really?
Oh, I love it. The confidence.
He wouldn't do nothing. So like I was on the phone with Phil earlier. I said, I swear, if Shane comes in and says, hey, I'll take your bet on the mullet. Nah, not happening. It's too late. I've made plenty of offers. You can't come up now, right, the day before and say, hey, I'll take your bet. No, too late. You had plenty of offers. You didn't take it. It's too bad.
Can't walk in with the Clippers, right?
Looks like the mullet's still growing.
Wait, Sky, I heard that Billy's just bought himself a new motorbike, and when he went to buy that motorbike, he put the video on Facebook, and there's lots of talk about he's actually already lost the mullet. Are you going to follow suit?
Yeah, I think the mullet blew it off. I mean, the motorcycle blew it off. It's gone.
Oh, man.
Is yours next?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it after my match. Win or lose, Decision's up in the air. I don't know if I'll cut it or if I won't. I don't know.
If you can get through the Texas summer, the Texas summer with the mullet, you'll be all right.
The Texas summer, not bad.
Cut it when you win, Sky. Cut it when you win. That's the thing to do.
Huh?
Cut it when you win. That's the best thing to do.
Yeah. I'll dead look at him after I beat him, and I'll bring out my own clippers.
Yeah, exactly.
No, get up 30.
I love it.
Get up 30 games on him and come in the next day with a cut. Just be like,
oh, brilliant.
No, but Sky, in all seriousness, we were talking last week on the show and we were making picks on the match. And, one of the things I said is that, for Shane, I don't really recall a period of time like this. Obviously, you had the pandemic, right? But he really needs to book a winner, because he's had a number of different matches where he's come up short now a couple times against Dennis. He's cruising through the Masters and then he loses that. He's cruising through the World Championships and then he gets knocked off there. So, I mean, do you feel that this match might be more important to him and that he might really be gearing up to play his best pool here?
Yeah, he's for sure giving it all he's got. He's putting everything in for sure. He's been in Houston. I mean, what's he got to do in Houston? Nothing but play pool. He's just been at the pool hall every day, all day, playing pool. I mean,
Where are you
sure.
playing? Where are you playing, Sky? Where are you playing it?
When? Start Friday.
No, sorry. Where? What city is it?
Oh, Tulsa, Oklahoma. But he's in Houston. He went to Houston like Monday or like the middle of the week last week. He's been there. Hitting balls. Getting ready. That's fine.
What's the score going to be, Scott?
Fine. I don't know.
Give us some bulletin board material.
I don't know. I really don't know. I would say I have it's different. I have different scenarios. Like it depends what happens at certain times. I feel like Shane's been my partner a few years in the World Cup of Pool. I grew up watching him play, so I know everything. So I mean, I have different scenarios, but I have where it could be close. I have where it could be a blowout. I don't know. I'm going to go in the middle and say 150 to 1. I'll just go 1 1/4.
There you go. I like it.
I like that.
Got to think big. Guys.
You're not far off. You're not far off there, Sky. I don't think.
Wow. So, Sky, are we back to the scenario? I guess we are back to the scenario where it's an open invitation for anybody to get played on the bar table.
I mean, yeah, of course, always. Even if I lose this, I'm still wide open to play anybody, and I'll play again. I'll play Shane again if he beats me. But I just don't feel like. I don't know. I still don't. Even if he beats me, I still don't feel like I can lose. I don't feel like. I don't feel like he can beat me still, even if he wins. I don't care if it's raced to 150 or not. We should play raced at 200.
Can we go to the chat very quickly?
He may
Joey?
want it to be the 200 if you get a 150 first.
But seriously, though, I mean, I don't know. I just don't clue, but
You're covering the thing.
I'd have to play again.
Stop covering your thing, man. Stop covering
your
thing. What are you talking about, man?
I couldn't hear you.
It's my bad. I have my hand down there so I can feel this louder. My bad.
That's all right.
Lots of questions in the chat, Joey. Can we just go through a few of them?
There's not a lot of questions, Mark. There's a lot of woofing. There's some predictions. We got Ron Thomas, who likes Sky 150 to 143. So, and then somebody else said they heard to Stephen Wyatt. He heard the over-under is 283 total games. So predicting it to be pretty close. My buddy Michael Salmon, he wrote a novel in here that I don't have time to read right now. And then Phil's in here talking a little bit. And my buddy George Teashea is asking if Sky, if you're coming out to Arizona at the end of the month. You coming out here for that CSI event?
I don't know, man. I haven't even signed up.
Well, I'm playing in it, so I don't know if that'll help your decision or not.
Oh, well, I gotta sign up then. I gotta get there.
Come on, man.
Easy money, seated.
Hey, guys like you are going to be seated. You'll probably play some chump like me first round.
I don't think I'll be seated.
No?
No. I'm a board.
No, you'll be seated. Nah, come on out. I'll buy you a drink. It'd be good to see you.
Are you playing in the World Championships?
What?
Are you playing in the 10-ball World Championships in Vegas?
Yeah, of course. Got to. I gotta sign up.
Skylar, we do this thing every week on the Booth Brothers where we find a picture and we put it up and we ask people to caption it. And I'm
Yeah,
sure you.
I've seen it. I've seen it, and listen, I remember I know exactly what happened that shot.
I was going to ask you. We were going to ask you that. What was actually said? And I said to Joey Ryan, I bet he remembers because you remember every ball, every shot of every match. What was you saying there? What was it?
Well, before I could even get up to shoot or go to shoot, Shane told me to do something, and I turned around and told him. I said, "What? Like, why don't I do this?" And then he came and looked at it again, and then that's why he's looking at it here again. I remember this picture taken.
Wow.
And then he was like, "Oh yeah, you got to shoot that." I was like, he told me the shot to shoot, and it wasn't. I don't think it was the right shot, and I told him, and he told me no. He told me to shoot a different one.
And did you make the shot that you wanted to make, or did you make the shot that he wanted, or did you miss it, or what?
I don't remember that part. I do remember the shot.
Oh, of course you don't. So you
What
missed
shot?
it then.
I remember the photo taken because I remember that night when the photos got posted. I remember playing that match with Shane.
Wow, unbelievable!
Yeah, that expression that we had a show a long time ago before your time, Sky. Sky, you probably don't know it. Different Strokes, but one of the characters in there would say, "What you talking about, Willis?" That's like that's the look you got here. Like, what you talking about, Shane?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Shall we get to some of the captions that people have sent in? And I'd like you, Sky, if you don't mind, to choose the winner, and they win something really crappy like a bit of chalk or something that somebody dropped down the pocket and it was found a year later. That's the kind of gifts we give away on this show. So here's a couple. Edward Hancock says, Sky's saying, where did you learn to cut hair, Shane? That's obviously going on that haircut that you had at the time. Mark SJ says, I took the hair from my head to make my beard. What did you all do with yours then, Shane? I'm just reading them out. Tony Curitan says, I said a little bit off the top. Are you deaf? Oh, that's a bit nasty. I should have read that one first.
You shouldn't have read that one, buddy.
Oh, I should have read that one. Oh, I'm getting rid of that one straight away. Sorry about that, Shane. It's okay. He won't hear me. He won't hear us. Come on. Terry Rose says, I can make that son of a bitch in the side. Is that what you said?
Me, honestly, along those lines.
There you go. So that was from Terry Rowe.
Hey,
Robert Moreno's. Yeah, go on.
Mark, I say we got a winner there before you do something else that's distasteful. I had dreams of having Shane on here at some point, but I don't
Look, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just reading what people put. Right, come on, it's all a little bit of fun.
Oh man!
So who's the winner, Sky?
What?
Who's the winner?
It's Terry Rowe.
Terry Rowe. Okay, Terry Rowe, you're the winner. You win a piece of chalk that's been dropped and used about for 5 years or something. Congratulations.
Hey, good luck this weekend, Sky.
Here's a good one in here. I don't know if you guys saw what J. Diddy Sword said. He said, "Hey, that's my ass." Hey. I like that one. That one.
J. Diddy wins.
Yeah. And then James Brinson wants to know I guess he's coming back to the match, Sky. We're just having fun, but he wants to talk about the match. He wants to know what's going to be the biggest package in this match with you and Shane.
Probably 2. I don't know.
I'll take the over.
You might see an 8.
What's the equipment you're playing on? I mean, I know it's a bar box, but is it tightened up?
Diamond.
Is it just a regular diamond?
Yeah, diamond bar table. I don't know.
Buckets. 4.5, maybe.
Standard.
Oh shoot! I gotta go to my charger.
Oh.
You gotta hurry up because Mark's got a wrap for you. He's getting
hurry up, mate. I've got a wrap for you and your chickens.
All right, dude. I'm going to my charger right now. Don't worry.
I think
Oh, that's funny.
we knew this was going to be fun. Skylar's always fun. I love this guy.
Okay.
I'm charging.
Here we go.
Dude, y'all's thing drained my battery.
Wow. We don't
Sorry
mess
about
with nothing but the best. All right, two-piece. What do you got?
Yeah. So Sky, do you remember the first rap I wrote for you and Billy, the mullet rap? Did you ever hear it?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, you heard it. Thank you.
I see you had to put your chain on.
I've put my chain on and I've got my bridge. I've got my bling.
Oh shoot! Hey,
Look at that.
You need to put you need to turn your hat a little sideways.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
gangsta.
like that.
There we go.
No,
There we go.
Not that far.
No, just a
But
little.
they still got to be able to read it where it says mullet.
Ah,
there we
like
go.
that.
Just a little.
That?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Mullet
Yeah,
power.
just
Looking good, Mark. Looking good.
All right, Mark.
Okay,
Lay
this is
them.
where it all goes wrong though, because I've got to look up now and read it because I'd never had time to memorize it. So, Skylar Woodward, yo yo yo, this is for you. I has heard from a homie that the mullet is going, as you is fed up of washing it. It's too much brushing and blowing. Wingball Wingball John is watching you, so listen for his calls because your hair is so long it's touching your balls. By the time
Oh.
Shush. My mum is a hairdresser. She has special shampoo. Sorry, can I start again?
Yeah,
Just that
start
line.
Mm.
My mum is a hairdresser. She has special shampoos. By the time she has finished with you, you'll look like Tom Cruise. So listen up, Sky. Make a bet with SVB. When you beat his ass, he got to grow a goatee. I'm sure by now your chickens need food, so go ahead, your feathered friends, and cut your hair, dude.
Oh, there we go.
Oh man.
Good job.
Yo, two-piece out.
Peace
out.
Now my hair's ruined. Look, my hair's ruined now as well.
Oh, Mark.
Looking good, buddy.
Jeez.
I'm spilling coffee.
How was that?
And ruining your hair.
How's that, Sky?
That was good. It took you time to fix your hair today, didn't it?
It took me loads of time. Yeah, I've been trying to grow a mullet. It only grows on top. The sides are just. I don't know what's happened.
Yeah.
Can I have your beard?
I'm getting a haircut tomorrow, boys.
Are you going to have it off? Are you going to take it off? Please, please, go on. Just to shock SVB. It will put him right off. No?
No, it's well, if I went there with a haircut, I would have a weight difference, dude. Now I got my hair in the back, and then if I cut it off, I would be losing something.
Ruin your timing,
Balance. Right? Throw off his
Yeah,
balance.
I can't.
Equilibrium. Yeah.
Yeah, my equilibrium will be off.
Can't mess
So
with
I
that.
gotta keep it straight.
Well, Mark, Scott, you're welcome to hang around. We got a packed show today, and we really appreciate you coming on. As always, you're such a great guest to have on. You're welcome to hang out. We're gonna bring in a couple guys now. I'm sure you've heard of it. They're with the Salotto app.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna bring them on, and you hang out as long as you want. If you want to drop off, that's great. If you want to hang out, ask them some questions, more than welcome to. How's that sound?
Good luck this weekend, Sky.
Thank you. Well, I might come back in, but I think I've got to run somewhere else. I just got home, and I think I got to run somewhere else. So if I
go
come
feed them
back
chickens.
No, the chickens, I fed them last night and gave them water. They're good for a couple of days.
Oh, okay.
I load them up.
Good luck, Sky. Lovely to have you again. Good luck in the match with SVB. Looking forward to it.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Good luck,
Thanks
Scott.
so much for coming on.
All right.
Take care, man.
Thanks.
All right.
Cheers.
He's always so
Well,
much fun.
what a guy. You wouldn't think, would you, that you're talking to, in my opinion, the best player in the world at the moment, certainly in the top two. What do you reckon,
America
guys?
or the world?
I mean,
You're saying
he's
the world.
I'm saying the world. I just love the way he plays. I love everything about the guy. I think he is the quintessential American pool player. He's not too tied up with technique. He's not too tied up with being serious. He still hangs out with all the boys. He has a laugh, and he still goes and puts his neck on the line. And he's playing in all the big tournaments, and he's not scared of anyone. So that says a lot to me.
Yeah, look, I think if he dedicated himself, look, he's got a kid now. Things change a little bit, but if he really puts the time in, then yeah, I think he's in that conversation. Could be top 5 on the globe. But I think now, I mean, you got to look at all the Asian players that are out there, the top Europeans. He's right there. He's close, but there's just so many great players out there. I think he's definitely top 3 in the United States. I don't think there's any question about that. And then any given time, he could be number 1. So
I only said that because I thought he might be hanging around in
he
the
was
room
listening.
still. I know.
I waited for him to drop off. We know Deborah's probably
he's
here.
In that conversation. He's in that conversation.
What do you
I think it's like it depends on the game, but I think he's in that conversation when it comes to rotation. I think he's in it in every single 9-ball match that he's in. If he's not a favorite, he's right there with whoever it is that he's playing when it comes to 9-ball on a big table.
Mike, there is no one in the business, in my opinion, who knows more about everyone's game than you, especially the money side of things and all the tournaments as well. Right. You're not expecting this. Very, very quickly, tell me who is the best 8-ball player, 9-ball player, 10-ball player, one pocket, 14-1 straight pull on whatever table you want to choose. Who's the best?
Cushion.
Boy, I don't even know where to start. I like Thorsten and John Schmidt in 14-1 in one pocket. I still like Alex and Dennis, for my money. And Tony's right there with him. And Tony may even be number 1 right now with the way he's been playing, because Dennis and Alex didn't even look close to him in Louisiana. So when it comes to rotation, it just depends on the game. I think in big table 10-ball, you have Chang, Anton, Shane, Fedor, Little Co, Filler, and I'm not saying them in order. I think those are the elite of the elite when it comes to big table 10-ball. On a bar table, Sky's the king of the hill, and 9 on the spot, 9-ball on a big table. I think Sky's right there with the Max Lechners and Albin Oceans and whoever else, Fedor Gore. I mean, whoever you want to talk about when it comes to 9-ball, 9 on the spot. Kachi.
Yeah, Albin.
Sky's right there with him, and I'm not saying that because he's on here because he's a great guy. I think he's got a lot of heart when it comes to gambling. I don't think that's something that the European guys can go and stomach, most of them. I think there's a few like Kachi and Filler and Fedor who have got like this to go and play for serious money one-on-one. You can't teach someone to be that free-spirited. So,
Yeah. So let's get to our next guys. We've got some terrific guys coming on now. They run this brilliant app that's connected to the Fargo rate system, and we're going to get them. I can't do it justice, so we're going to get them on now, are we, Joey?
Yeah, let's bring them in. Hey,
so
what's up, guys?
Reed and Colby. There they are.
Yeah. So, guys, were you able to catch from the green room? Did you catch that interview with Sky?
Oh yeah, we caught it all. I can't believe we're rolling in after pretty good company tonight, guys.
It's a real honor to have Sky
in the green
Woodward
room
open for us.
Yeah, we called Sky and we're like, "Hey man, do you mind opening tonight?"
I like that.
Hey, Colby, how do you pronounce your last name?
Frontiero.
I think that's like the coolest name. It's like the Frontiero. It's
right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, guys, how did you tell us about the app, kind of where it came from and where the idea came from?
Yeah, we were league players. Our league players. We've kind of always. That's how we get our pool fix is by playing league. And Reed and I lived about less than half a block away from each other on the same street. And I would go over to his house after playing league, and we would play set after set after set till early into the morning, and then get our fix and do it again the next week. And then Reed started playing league, and so that trend kind of continued. And we were playing one night, and we're like, why isn't there like an app for this to play other people and play long sets and this and that? And Reed's like, yeah, we should look into that. We should think about that. So started the market research, and then I'll let you pick it up from there.
Yeah, it was, we come from different industries. I didn't play league until about, probably 4 years ago. I mean, I was an avid pool player for a long time, but just never competed. And that the competition gave me so much drive and so much fire, and the just the feeling and the intensity of competing in pool is paralleled by nothing. And we wanted more of it, and we wanted a way to have a verified matches played outside of that league and tournament setting. So we just craved to play more, and we craved to play more under fire. And it made sense to pursue, a connective software to put people together to make it more competitive, to play more pool anywhere, anytime. I was in a situation where I'm a business startup guy, and I'd actually been kind of rolling out of another business that I liquidated. And when this idea came up, it was in really good timing. So we were able to pursue it.
The end goal became that we would create something that could help people play more pool and fill in the gaps between leagues and tournaments so that they could play under pressure as a practice method. Like it could be hard and scary and intense, and then you could go into league and be ready to jam and feel comfortable. You know what I mean? So we kind of felt like, you've got your leagues, you've got your tournaments, and there was something missing, and we figured we could fill that gap.
And when you add a layer of accountability to that, you might be just checking a box in the Salotto app, but you can reflect on that match and see the outcome, and it's definitely accountable, and it adds an extra pressure.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
what's up, Bang Time Pool? I see your hello from Southwest Florida. What's up, man? How you doing?
man, they're doing a better job than we are bringing this.
I'm going to say good night now. We're going to leave it to Reed and Colby. Thank you very much for joining us.
He asked a question. He said, where do we submit our match predictions? And it's to Salotto, support@salotto.app, because we offered $100 cash and a free annual membership to anybody who could predict the exact outcome of Shane and Sky's match.
Really?
Wow,
My
nice.
idea, boys. That was the same thing that I went up and put up a few days ago. Come
on,
dude.
Well, we'll match it.
Let's go.
Yep, Team Molina Mike.
Molina Mike, what's the prize? What are you giving up?
The same thing, a $100 bill. Whoever gets the right winner and the right name. So when you go and submit it at the Salotto app, submit it on my page too, and you'll get some money.
Double win.
Mike, we'll forward them to you. We'll share the love.
For sure, brother. So I know you mentioned accountability. What did you mean by that, Reed? Can you elaborate on that a little more?
Yeah, of course. Like, there's something to be said when you have a record of your match. Any of us can sit down and move the quarter around the table and play a match, and we might have a win or loss, and we kind of roll on and might forget about it. But when you're going through the paces, when you're taking something as simple as a piece of software to actually check that box to say I won that game in the match or lost that game in the match, it adds that level of competition that we're used to in a tournament or in a league setting. And when you're completed with the match, you can look back at it and reflect on your performance. And just the idea of that and being ranked within a leaderboard definitely raises that level of anxiety that is helpful as when you roll into competition.
Does it let you match up? Is that the premise, that it lets you match up with players across the country, and you can find like-minded guys who are maybe in your same rating or whatever?
Exactly.
So wherever you're at, like if you're traveling, because I'm all over the place, so that would be perfect for somebody like me.
Exactly. So we're partnering with Fargo Rate. So when you create a Salotto account, you can attach your Fargo Rate account to that as well. So Mike, if I came out to your neck of the woods, then my location services would show me the players around that area. I would see, all right, there's Mike. Mike, what are you, like a 680, 690?
420.
Like a 414. Good day.
Well, you know what? Then we're an even match, so this is good. So I'm going to come after your money there. But what's cool is,
I can pay you.
We can play that match. We can opt to submit the results to Fargo Rate beforehand. We can have an effect on our ratings that way. And if we opt not to do that, then we can just have an effect on our ranking within the Salotto app.
So
yeah, go on.
I want to ask you guys about that, because I think that might be one of the most appealing things, right? I talk to people all the time out in Arizona. The entire state is Fargo rated. Everybody's got a rating.
Yep.
And but I talk to people from other states who maybe don't play in BCAPL or don't have tournaments that are submitted to Fargo rate. Can they get established essentially by using your app and just playing a couple hundred matches against different people?
Yeah. So, I mean, we all know that Fargo rate's the future of pool ability rating, right? I mean, it's the most accurate, it's the most in-depth, it's the most connected way to rank your ability, rate your ability in pool. And so that there's a huge need for people to have access to that software and that process. And so with leagues and events, you have it, but there are so many matches played outside of those two entities that there's a huge opportunity for players to gain a rating and to grow their robustness. And we were super excited to partner with Fargo Rate to provide that service. It's really the way to do it.
Now, in order to ensure fairness and I guess confidence in it, you guys have some safeguards in the app, right, to ensure that I'm just not going to say I played Molina Mike and lost 20-0.
Exactly.
Right? Tell us about some of those safeguards so that people feel more comfortable downloading the app and actually submitting results to Fargo, and that it's all in the up and up.
Yeah. So we had that's kind of a concern of ours, the integrity of Fargo Rate, because we're such believers in that, and also the integrity of our service. Pool's a game of honor first and foremost. If you foul, you always tell the person about it. And if somebody's not paying attention, you're like, hey, it's ball in hand when they get back to the table or whatever it is. And so we really understand the honor side of the game, but we also know that people don't always act in accordance with their integrity, and some people slip up sometimes. So we put in place a couple of tenets, and I'll let Reed talk a little bit more about what we put in place to do that.
Yeah, there's about 4 tenets in place. So to make these matches verified, first of all, the match with the results that are going to Fargo Rate needs to be created with a timestamp ahead of time. So that's what we do. So Mike, when I get into your neighborhood and I call you out and we're going to do a race to 11 for maybe only 2,500 or something like that, heads up, no wait. So, we're good. I need the money. I got to pay a mortgage too.
He's calling you out. He's calling you out.
No, so okay. So
I'm
one of the
sucker
tenets
of the group.
is,
It's a smart move. I don't blame him.
one of the tenets is the match is scheduled ahead of time and there's a timestamp on it, right? The next tenet is both players must agree beforehand that the results are going to Fargo Rate,
Regardless of the outcome,
right? So there's no outcome bias going on there. That way, if Mike, when you join the match that I put up on Salotto, you're going to look at it and you're going to see a go icon, and you're going to realize that the results are going to Fargo Rate. So we'll both be in the know with that. The third tenet is there must be a cost threshold. So we have different tiers of membership with Salotto. One's free, which you can do one free host a month, and then you can host a match race beyond that at 99 cents. If you're a pro member, those are free, but when you do a Fargo Rate submitted match, there is a cost threshold on that. And the reason for that is that cost threshold is a really good deterrent for, fraudulent submissions, which is something that we work very, very hard to eliminate out of the app. And the final tenet, the fourth tenet, would be that the results of the match are available to the public for free. So there's a peer review aspect of that. So when somebody looks at our match, Mike, and they say, wait a second, Molina Mike won this match. He got Reed 11-3. They're going to know that that's a skewed outcome. And something was wrong. No, but anyway, in all seriousness, that peer review aspect is a really important part of it because, pool players, although, we have, a small percentage of people that like to game the system, there's a lot of credit and attention given to people's playing ability and their expectations that, should be met or come close to meeting.
What would happen if somebody was to go, if it was like found that was going on? Like,
yes.
So we have some software that can predict some of these problems. So we rely a lot on that. And then if there's anything that is brought to our attention, then we go under manual review.
So that's kind of one of the things that we didn't anticipate, going into this. We spent a lot of time with Mike and Steve at Fargo Rate setting this up and making sure that it could be reliable. And one of the things that we didn't think much of was the peer review, that this match would be public. And it turns out that the pool community is really tight. And we've had a couple instances where, there was a fall from grace in terms of honesty with some players. And that came to our attention within hours of the match completion, all because of that peer review process. And we're like, okay, let's look into this. Turns out it was bogus. You see people going 2 and out on purpose in tournaments and flunking league matches and things like that, but it's a little harder. But we have our eyes on every match that comes through our system. So that makes it readily available. So that peer review process is a big part of this. And when that does come to our attention, there's a consequence.
I have to tell you guys, I think I might have talked to you, Reed, or Colby. At some point we talked, and it was on Messenger, and I downloaded the app, and I'm like, I got to try this, but I just don't have time to play a lot of pool these days, so I hadn't tried it yet. So while you guys are talking, I don't know if you saw my eyes creep down, I accessed the app on my phone, and I logged in for the first time, and I guess because I used the same email address that I use with Fargo, it's got my Fargo rate in there.
There you go. All right.
Boom. Wow.
Super tight integration. And it's really cool. The only thing I'll say is that you had the wrong podcast up here. That's Melina Mike's no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I'm excited to try it out, man. I think this is really great. And, it's something that for me in my day job, I travel across the country. And, like you guys said, it's a game of honor, and it is a game of honor. But then there's also the folks out there that I just don't want to deal with. I don't want to have a headache of dealing with, right? I'm in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I walk in the door, I play one guy a little bit, and now I got people coming up wanting to gamble with me. And I could just tell by the way they're asking that they're better than me, or they're sizing me up, or whatever, But maybe I just want to play a friendly race to 11 or a friendly race to 9 with somebody. And it would be great to be able to just pull up the app, schedule a match, know that I'm doing my day job until 5, and hey, I'll meet you over there at 7. We'll play a match. We'll get to know each other. It'll be great. So I'm looking forward to trying it.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, we back to that honor piece, and Mike, you said it well. It's a matter of just playing the people you want to play, finding like-minded people. At the industry level, we try to be, we try to operate under that same premise and partner and work with people and groups and entities that all have that same mindset, because that's what we believe it takes for pool to grow. And that's part of our goal is in doing this is, pool. We joke around the office, pool to the people, spread the pool love. The whole goal is for people to play more pool. It deserves better than where it is right now. There should be no reason that Skylar Woodward has to take care of his own damn chickens, right? I mean, he should have somebody else paying for his chickens and taking care of them.
But I have a feeling that Sky could be a multimillionaire and still take care of his own chickens.
Yeah, he probably would.
I'd love to just jump in here. Love to jump in here, guys.
Of course.
We've actually got Ozzy Reynolds in. He's saying, hi, guys. The guys at Salotto are the real deal, and you certainly are. And from the little time that we've spent together talking before the show, and that we had about an hour's conversation, and I must apologise again for doing what I've done. I've done it to Joey Ryan actually the other day. He did a pool player podcast with me, asked one question, and I talked for an hour and a quarter. I promise I will not. I promise I won't do that tonight. But I did do a little bit of research, and I did a little bit of translation from the Italian Salotto, and I remember we touched on it briefly, and I think you said it means parlor or living room, something like that. But there was something that really resonated with me, and it was this meet and compete little byline that you have. And I just wondered, I reckon, you should have, you've heard of Tinder and Badoo and plenty
it's
of
totally Tinder for pool players.
Why don't we do Tinder for pool players? We can don't just match people up to play pool. Let's get some dates going as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit to Colby's story. We're a young company, so this started out of a passion for pool first. So I want to encourage people that reach out and download the app. And if they're in an area where there's not a lot of activity going on yet, just reach out to us. We can divert some of our marketing efforts to that area. Our goal is to be the 1v1 app for competitive players. And honestly, like I always say, make any table, anywhere competitive at any time. So whether you're going to play at your home table or bar table, like, you know, tonight's the night we go play sets. Yep. So Tuesday nights for us, like, you know, we have buys throughout league season on Tuesday nights because, you know, we play in a local AA league here. And when that season ends, we keep that kitchen pass going. We keep every Tuesday night going, and then we go down to the bar, and there's usually 4 or 5 people down there that want to play Salotto matches on 7-foot bar boxes, and it's great. And we can make it count and get the results out. It's awesome.
So, is there any kind of way to, like, if someone's a jerk, that they're like if let's say I'm going and like 10 different people play the same guy and they've all had the same experience, to go and say that guy's kind of an asshole, I don't want to go, and people can be made aware of it, you know, before going and jumping in with them.
Yep, there is. So on the app, you can, so there's at the culmination of the match, you confirm the results, and then there's another little modal that says, was Molina Mike good action? Of course, I would say yes. If you're not good action, you would skip that step and it would not give them a rating. So
I've got it. You need a Cuba rating, not
boom.
a Cuba rating. That's what you need.
All right, Mark, you're now on the development staff.
Yep.
I have major questions about your leadership ability, guys. In all seriousness, is this something that would work overseas?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we have some language barriers to work through right now, but right now it does work. You just have to be able to translate yourself into English.
Yeah, you know, we recently adapted an international number format. So as far as connecting, you know, your mobile number to it, it's all down to the country code now.
We look at it, you know.
Mark has lived in Thailand, in Europe, Estonia. He's in the UK now. He's got 5,000 Facebook friends. If you try to Facebook friend him, he's got to delete somebody to let you in. So I'm sure we'll get the word out. And, you know, I think it would be great because, like I said, there's those pockets of geography. I actually have a degree in geography, so I love that.
Nice,
pockets of geography where you have folks that just haven't been exposed to enough events to get into the Fargo system.
Yeah, that was going to be my really serious question, the only one to the guys, and it was, look, I'm this guy in Europe that loves to play. I want to get a Fargo rating. I've introduced you already to the guy that I've been doing a lot of commentating, who does a lot of online challenges, different to what you do. They do their own internal ranking. It doesn't go towards Fargo, but there's lots of European players over here that want to go over to the States and play, but how can they get a Fargo rating? Me too. I want one. I mean, you know, maybe I'm a 400. Maybe I'll give Mike a challenge one day in Texas.
Flip the coin.
But you know what I mean? Seriously now, you know, I want to know how I can go about getting a Fargo, and how can all these other Europeans that are just teetering on the edge?
So so that's kind of a two-part deal. You can send an email to support at fargorate.com, and a guy by the name of Brian will hook you up. He's super quick and good, and they'll take care of you there, and that will get you an account set up. Then you'll have to start playing other people. It helps if you can find somebody who has a Fargo rate. But, you know, Fargo rate is a worldwide rating system. CSI is a worldwide league organization. Salotto should be a worldwide, you know, like, I don't want to say organization, but opportunity for pool players to play more pool. And so those entities that connect the entire globe for pool players are the way to go. You know what I mean? This is a total example right here where anybody can watch it, pool to the people. The whole concept is there. It's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah. So we have a couple questions in here. Actually, one in particular that I wanted, a buddy of mine from Arizona, George Teashea, by the way, a great pool commentator. He asked, can someone submit a match to Salotto without the consent of the players?
No.
Okay.
What does that mean? What do you mean, Joey?
So, like, if just one person were creating the match, all that's what he means, right?
Well, I think what he's getting at maybe is I watch Mark White and Molina Mike dust the rails for 45 minutes. And, I see the result of that and I'm like, oh, Mike never wins a match, but he just won 15-0. If I submit this on his behalf, his rating's going to go up. Can I just, do that? And so it makes sense that you can't do that.
Yeah, no. So no retroactive submissions, and that's that honors the first tenet of both players agreeing that the results will be submitted to Fargo Rate no matter the outcome.
Right, I like it.
And
I'm reading some of the other ones.
Sleeve there, Joey.
Yeah, I'm reading some of these other comments. For those of us that stream matches, is it okay to promote Salotto and have your logo showing?
Yeah, and hit us up on the website or on the Facebook page through Messenger, Instagram, whatever it is. We'll send out a goodie bag to any streamer that wants to promote Salotto.
Yep.
And a good example
I see
of
you guys
that.
everywhere. All over
It's cool. I'm
Salotto
glad to hear that. There's a guy out of California, Aaron, by the name of Aaron's Pool Parlor. He runs a good stream. Of course, D-Real runs a good streaming pool, platform. We've got a lot of streamers around the country. It really works too for them.
Yeah, we're lucky. We teamed up with Carl Boys. I don't know if you've heard of Carl, but I think he.
To be fair, I haven't.
Back in the day.
I don't know, 8-ball world champion, whatever. And then Chris Reinold, who we're working with as well. Those guys have been really cool. Salotto sponsored players, and they've really helped us grow as well. I got to give those guys a shout out.
If
Carl's doing great with his YouTube channel, and Chris just snapped off Side Pocket. So
he did. Yeah. Congrats, Chris, man. We're stoked with Chris's outcome there.
Yeah, so I did this experiment where on Pool Player Podcast, I interviewed Carl Boys, but I did it down in my pool room, right? And he was trying to answer a question, and he got distracted, and he's like, I'm distracted here. Can you I want to see if you can make that 2-ball. And it wasn't a hang. It was just kind of out in the middle of the table. So I get up and I miss it by like 4 inches. I was so nervous and everything. So now, like every 5-6 days, I'll get a message in my Facebook that says 2-ball from Carl Boyce. Ribbing me, but he's a lot of fun.
Two things. So there's a guy in the comments, Michael Salmon. He's been a huge proponent of so California and Oscar Dominguez and Hard Times Billiards have really taken to Salotto and the concept of filling in the gaps between leagues and events using Salotto. And that scene has been outstanding. And Michael's in the comments right now. Establish a Salotto night too at your local pool hall and get a goodie bag. So we usually partner with pool halls around the country to help them fill their pool hall on the slow nights between leagues and events. And we've seen great success for that. But back to your comment about Carl, he's a bit of an interesting cat. He gave Reed a very complimentary nickname in Reed's ability to pull draw on a shot. Jerky was the nickname that he gave him.
Jerky.
Got some jerseys made.
I've seen the shirt. I've seen that shirt online. Yeah.
That's so funny.
So, old box office. He's pretty sharp on the wit side of things.
He's a good guy.
You missed Michael Salmon's comment earlier, though, when we were talking about the Tinder for pool players. He said, meet up and beat some balls around. Tinder for pool players.
I'm glad I missed that.
Can you back that up? We need to delete that for our HR department.
Oh, jeez. Sorry, guys.
What's the future look like for Salotto?
What's what?
What the future look like? What's the next 6 months? What's cooking next year?
Next year, we're working on some partnerships that we can't announce yet. It looks like international expansion. It looks like helping people find their way to a Fargo Rate account and get set up there. It looks like some more features and some gamification. So I could hit a button that says "Come get me," and it would send an alert to all the users in the area. Our whole goal is to make pool more accessible to people. So everything we do aims toward that end.
Yeah, and honestly, we really value the feedback of the users too. Like, it's really important to us. We're players before we're founders, so we think we know what we want to see, but we could be off course on some things. So if there are features that you want to see, hit us up on Instagram or Facebook, or go to salotto.app. And honestly, say, hey, we want a specific feature. We want to look at this, because Colby and we take in every one of those emails. We are hands-on business owners. This is what we do all day, every day. This is our life. We eat, sleep, and breathe Salotto. We've got a pool table in our office, pool table in my house, pool table at Colby's house. It's our culture, and we're so appreciative of all the feedback that we're getting. It's just it's incredible, and we value that. So our future is growing to be the utility that you need to play more pool.
That's awesome.
Salotto.
And Mark, we've got something for you tonight, Mark.
Oh.
Yeah, go on.
Downloading it right now, boys.
Yeah.
So there's a question, J Laz 83. Can it be on any table? So we accept matches 7, 8, and 9 foot tables right now. We'll work to grow with 10 foot as well.
Mm-hmm. There aren't many Bigfoots out there, but we'll get there. But yeah, 7, 8, 9 right now. Yeah, what's up, Mark?
Oh, it's that hour. Shit.
Gosh, I thought 2-piece Q left the building.
2-piece Q has got a new lease of life. But I want to know what you've got for me first of all, guys.
Mark. You might just give us 1 minute after your rap, and we'll show you.
Oh, okay. You might not show me after the rap. You might not be good enough. So look, guys. You know I do this for lots of. This is the Booth brothers. Oh, is it the Red Sox? Who is it, Joey?
That's the Red Sox.
That's the Boston Red Sox, which I grew up in Baltimore. I'm an Orioles fan. We hate the Red Sox, but
I'm a Yankees fan, Joey.
I'll turn it around.
We hate you too, Mike. That when that kid stole the home run from us over the fence, that little jerk, we had him on Letterman and everything.
Can we get back to Paul? Can we get back to Paul? I mean music. No, not music.
That was way too much baseball.
It's not music. Okay, guys, this is especially for you. I just prepared this a little bit earlier, and it goes something like this. Yo, big up the Salotto brothers, the guys with the stats. They got all the numbers, but they ain't got no hats. I has played 40 years, guys. I is still waiting. I played 200 matches. Where's my Fargo rating? Welcome to the Booth brothers, Colby and Reed. Which one of you is the boss? Who's the number 1 seed?
Oh, I like it.
The boss.
Drop the mic. There you go.
Drop the bling, brother.
Hey, Colby's got the winning record. Mark, that was
solid.
That was solid.
Okay, you ready?
Well, hang on here.
We gotta put on our.
Oh, what?
This is for our boy Sky right here, 2019 MVP.
Wow! Look at that.
Right.
Prepared.
Awesome.
Okay, Mark. We got a rap for you. You ready?
Here we go. I'm ready.
Okay. His name is Mark White. He never speaks in spite. His name is Pool and his name is right. Knowledge sheds light. Always bringing fun, a smile like the sun. And he ain't no pun. Dude's rhymes fire like a gun. Talking with him sure to be good fun. Salotto in the house with the Booth brothers is right. Just like Mark White.
Yeah!
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
Oh, man.
Great
I'll
job.
tell you what,
I hope we didn't start a thing
really
here.
well.
We could only handle one Mark the show.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
awesome.
flattered. I'm so flattered. Thank you, guys. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. Wow, I'm impressed.
I'm very impressed. I just interviewed Mark for Pool Player Podcast. It'll be coming out probably this weekend. And I asked Melina Mike to come on and rap for him, but Melina backed out, so it takes a lot of courage. Yeah, I don't know. It takes a lot of courage to do what you guys did. So thank you for that.
I'm honestly, I'm blushing. I'm really touched. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Wow.
Hey, well, guys, listen, I've really enjoyed this. I have your app. I look forward to using it. And if there's anything that we can do for you guys, let us know, because like you said, for us, this is all about like-minded people kind of getting together, networking. We tease Melina Mike about going on the other podcast in the morning, we give him a hard time about that, but we want that other podcast to be successful too, right? Because it helps the game, right? And same way, what you guys are doing helps the game, what Fargo Rate's doing, CSI, you name it, everybody working together is building something that's better than what we had, in the past. And
absolutely,
we're on the big
well said, Joey.
Yeah,
we're
anything we can do
together with you guys for sure.
Yeah, spreading the pool love. That's what it's all about. Our Rocky Mountain rep, Brandon Brown, always says that, spreading the pool love. It's in our office. And honestly, like Joey, Mike, Mark, it's awesome to be in company with you. And we're so happy we could get Sky Woodward to open for us.
He's been practicing and he's been practicing his.
Hey, are you going to CSI in Vegas in September?
Oh, man.
I'll be there. I don't know about these two clowns over here, but I'll for sure be there.
Let me tell you.
Mike, we'll see you there. We got a 9 foot in our booth that'll be waiting for our match.
So check it out.
Okay.
I got to tell you, we were planning on
Need a lot of
going,
weight.
and we were just talking about this the other day. We had all these big plans. In fact, we have this idea to try to get Mark White out there.
Yes.
It's free Mark White, right? And there's a
Yeah,
PayPal.
totally.
And if you guys can contribute, we're trying to get Mark White out to Las Vegas. I was going to be there the whole time, get a booth, all that stuff. But it turns out my kid's got a soccer tournament in San Diego, so I got to be there for that. But I will make it out there at some point. It's only a 5-hour drive for me. And Melina's going to be there the whole time probably. But yeah, we're trying to get Mark White out there. So if you guys...
Yeah, we're down. We'll help out. Let's free Mark White.
Yeah.
Free Mark White.
Do it.
Because he's been offered coaching assignments to go to Italy and other places in Europe, and he can't go because with the UK, they're not letting him travel certain places. But you can travel to Las Vegas, Mark. Trust me.
Get me out. Get me out of this prison, this jail that he's.
Yeah, man.
I'll let anybody.
I mean, if they'll let people grow hair like they did Skylar Woodward, we can get you to Vegas.
There you go.
Good man. I'm coming. I'm ready to go. Honestly, a moment's notice, I'm ready to go.
Deal.
Well, guys, we really appreciate it. Thanks so much for joining. Like I said, if there's anything we can do for you, you let us know. And we'll keep in touch, maybe have you on in 6 months, a year, hear about some of the new stuff you're doing. Sound good?
Absolutely. Sounds good. And your next guest, I guess I don't know who that is yet, but if they need Salotto, let them know. We'll hook them up.
All right. Sounds good.
Awesome.
Sure.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks a lot, boys. Man, those are some fun guys, huh?
Yeah, they're
tell you-
cool, man.
I'll tell you what,
I
we've
can't
had some
believe they
guests
made a
tonight.
rap. How funny. They made a
those
rap.
guys are
Brilliant.
Prepared. They
Brilliant,
prepared
huh?
more than I do. I mean, they make
Reed's
me look
back there
all day
beatboxing.
long. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. If I want to be a little bit critical, the beatboxing was a little bit loud. I missed a few of the little lyrics, but it was brilliant, wasn't it?
He's the expert. He's the
I would
expert.
buy that. I would buy that. I would buy that.
That's
It's
great.
a yes from me.
That's awesome.
So,
Well, who we got next, Mark? What we got going on?
well, I was reading about this room. It was actually Del Sim that mentioned it to me as well. I think he was playing there. I actually think it's his home club, his home pool room where he plays a lot of the time. There it is up on the screen now. New City Billiards and Cafe. And I got in touch with Susie, and who's the owner there, and she put us in contact with Raphael Dabreo. Did you say it?
Yeah.
And turns out he's a great player. So what we thought is we'd get him on and we do this little feature around America's pool rooms. And we want to feature. So guys, if you want us to feature your pool room, please get in contact with us. And we want to know all about what you're doing, what tables you've got, what tournaments you've got going down, what's on the menu, all that kind of stuff. We want to hear from you. And this week's guest, I'm really looking forward to this. I want to hear all about these magical tables that they've got in there, the diamonds that are heated. So let's bring him on, Raphael Dabreo. Hello.
Hey, what's up,
There he
Raphael?
is.
Hey, I'm just turning sideways. Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Let's blow you up here, Raphael.
I actually wanted to start by saying I think you're the best player we've ever had on that's featured in this particular Around America's Pool Rooms feature that we're doing. But we had Monica Webb on as well, didn't she? And she's some player. And we had her on. Do you remember that from Sticks in Georgia?
Yeah, I do. So,
But
so
look at
Raph,
this.
tell us about the pool hall up there.
Pretty much, it's a family-owned business. It's owned by Susie Oak, which happens to be the daughter of Mr. Oak. For anyone that knows him, he's probably renowned as the world's best billiard mechanic. He lives in Korea, but basically he has two bases, New York and Korea. And he travels throughout the world pretty much doing like tables for any billiard competition, really. He has his own set of tables called rope tables, which is also promoted by Ira Lee from Predator. And we also have the Predator lights, which kind of like everything kind of ties in because it's like a community, really. That's really it. And I got offered the position maybe about a year ago to become the GM. And given the fact that I play pool and I know the community, it kind of worked out.
Yeah, well, I know we're talking about the pool room, but I want to talk about you playing pool a little bit because I went and looked today, just kind of checked your stats. Did you recently finish second at the Dynasphere 10 ball?
I did. I finished second.
Yeah. second to Shane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about that event. What was that like?
It was like, I'm not a bar table player because in New York City it might be, I would say altogether maybe 6 bar tables in New York City.
Hey, Raphael, we're losing your face a little bit. We're losing your face a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Can you-
my phone's kind of like awkward. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and we're having a little bit of a hard time hearing you. So if you're covering the
Yeah.
How is that? Is that better? I'm sorry, guys.
Can you rest your phone down somewhere, Raphael? Can you put your phone down for the second and talk?
I know the reason why I'm like probably a little choppy is because I'm in the back room of the pool. Because outside is pretty.
Go into the pool hall. Go into the pool hall.
take a
Let's
look
show
at
us around. Show us around.
Take us for a trip.
1 second.
Take us on a trip, mate. Take us on a roller coaster ride of new City Billiards.
So.
Yeah, here we go.
All right.
Aha.
In full swing.
Look at this. Let's have a look at this guy's stance here a second. Let me just focus on this guy here. Let's have a look at his preparation for the shot.
Snooker in the back. Snooker in the back.
Snooker, there's snooker. Oh my
There you have
God.
the billiard tables.
Oh wow, you got some carom tables as well, right?
And it's all the Predator Arena lights.
Look at them lights.
The lights are beautiful.
It's really difficult to hear me, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys, I'm turning here. But if you look, and then this is like a sitting area. Players waiting. There's actually a tournament going on right now.
Ah, okay. What is it? 9 ball, 10 ball?
Which welcomes everyone from pro players to just mere amateurs.
That's a beautiful room there, Raphael. Mark was saying something about the tables being heated. Mark was saying something about the tables being heated.
One second. Let me go back in the office.
Okay.
I'm having,
Yeah, come on, it's live. It's live, right? We're not talking. You know, things can go wrong here, but we're just so happy to have you with us, Raphael. I think what Joey was saying was one of the big things for me, coming from a snooker background. I hear that I don't know whether it's all of them, but a big proportion of your pool tables are actually heated.
I'm having a really difficult time hearing you guys. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
What a shame. So well, some of the tables are heated.
Connection.
Is it possible that I can sign out and come back in?
I'll tell you what, log out and come back in again. In the meantime, let's put up this great video, Joey, that we found of the.
Come back in.
Let's show us this brilliant video of Mike. I don't think you've seen this. Have a look at this. It's one of the best escapes. I'm not sure if he meant it. I think there might be a little bit of luck involved in it. Joey, can you play that clip?
Chuyên nghiệp. Ui dồi. Nước, người ta cái nước. Cơ mẹ gọi là cơ thần sầu.
How's that for a 5-railer, boys?
Yeah, just like you planned it. That's what I always say. Just like I planned it.
I mean, I don't speak Chinese or whatever language they were speaking. Sorry, I'm not sure which language they were speaking, but I don't speak that language. But I think he nominated that. I think he actually called that shot.
Really?
Yeah, I think he called it.
I think we got Raphael back. Let's see if we have a better connection now. Hey, Raphael, can you hear us okay?
A little better.
A little better? Yeah, Mark and I were asking, are some of the tables in there heated?
Yeah, all the diamonds are heated. This system was created by Mr. Oak. It's pretty much, it's an idea taken from snooker tables, from like the Crucible, anything like that. All the tables are heated. And it's not to make the tables play faster, which is a very, very large misconception. Like it's completely false. What it does is just regulates the temperature of the slate, so the tables play more consistent, no matter if it's hot or if it's cold, if the tables would be damp or dry. So what it does is just completely regulates the table, and no matter what happens as far as the conditions outside, it would never affect the table as you play on it.
Consistent play, consistent
Yes.
running of
That
the
sounds
table.
great.
Yeah.
So, Raphael, how is the food there? Because Mark shared this picture with me, and as soon as I saw it, I mean, I just was like drooling. So, tell us about the food. Oh man,
Nope, we might have lost them again.
I think the food is heated as well, like the pool. Maybe they cook the food on the pool tables. Who knows?
We might have lost them.
Well, I think we lost him, but you know what? We have to get him back on. So we'll work it out.
Yep.
We'll get him back on with a better connection because I want to talk to him. I asked him a question about the Dynaspheres Cup because he finished second at Boening in a field full of killers. And so I know the guy can play. I think he's like a 720 Fargo or something like that.
Joey, while we're trying to get him, why don't we just go to the board lock picker? Let's do the board lock picker, and then hopefully by then we can get Raphael.
I think he's done for tonight, Mark. I think we'll try again next time. But yeah, that's why I was saying I think we should have him on, and we should talk about some of his pool game and go over.
Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, let's talk about the board lock picker lock of the week. So, as you guys know, this show is sponsored by Board Lock Picker. This is a friend of mine. He has a YouTube channel. He picks locks. If you ever get locked out of something, this is a good resource to have. All he asks in return for sponsoring the show and paying for our software is that you guys go to his YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel. So after we're done here, if you wouldn't mind doing that, I'd really appreciate it. And now on to the board lock picker lock of the week. What do you got, Melina Mike?
How do you always put me on the spot like every single time?
Dude, it's a weekly segment. You know?
We do it every week, Mike.
I need to start getting prepared. Shane and Dennis. I think
Shane and Sky?
Shane and
Sky. Shane and Sky.
Yeah,
Hello.
let's
We
do
only
that
had
one
him on,
first.
right? Yeah.
I like Dennis.
We only had him on, right? Yeah. No, I think it's gonna be competitive, and I'm gonna sponsor the event, and Omega Mike and Phil and what those guys are doing. There's a lot of stuff that's cooking in the near future. September should be pretty packed, so keep your eyes and ears open with a lot of announcements coming, including some Europeans, Mark, that might get in the box. So some of them
Feder's over, isn't he? Feder Gorsty's on his way over, right?
Well, Fedor's already in the States, yeah. But somebody, maybe even a world champion, might get in the grease a little bit and might play a long set. So just stay tuned. I heard he wants to get in. But no, I think it's going to be a tight match. I like Shane. I don't know, man. That 10-ball break's going to be tough. If he can get the pop and squat, I like Shane. So
pop and squat, love it.
Yeah, what about you, Mark?
Do you know, I just think you've got to go with Sky because we all know, everyone knows, the world know, even people that don't know much about pool, like me, for example, he's well renowned for being bar box player. And I know from my time playing on the bar box, it's a specialist thing, And I think he's got the edge on Shane, and he's going to win by 11 racks, I'm saying.
So I said it last week. I'll say it again. I still like Shane in this one because it's a must win for him, I think. I mean, it sounds kind of silly, because we're not talking about a season where there's playoffs or something. But honestly, I think with the way things have gone over the last year, just with not having a lot of action, not having a lot of tournaments, not having a lot of matchups, and then it seems like the matchups Shane is having aren't really going in his favor. I really think this is a must win for him. And it's one of these matches where I'm going to root for Sky because I just love Sky. I mean, you saw it here tonight. He's just a great guy. He's somebody that I think anybody he plays in the world, I'll root for Sky, but I think, I really do think that Shane is going to come full bore for this one. He is going to come ready to play. And there's a lot on the line for Shane, I think. If he loses this match, I think the conversations start happening about, is he still the top American? Now, it might be a little silly, but people are going to say that. people are going to talk about Sky and Justin and other players who might have surpassed him just with the run that he's been on lately. So I'm going to go with Shane, and I'm going to root for Sky.
You can't compare resumes. And I said this earlier.
I
resumes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I heard Mike earlier on Cue It Up. I listened to it. I listened to him on Cue It Up, and he did actually mention that same comment.
What? You said what I said? Oh. Not only are you cheating on us with other podcasts, Mike, you're using the same material.
No, I'm just saying. Shane's a multiple-time U.S. Open winner, right? I mean, he's got a really long resume, but I think that conversation is legitimate, and Sky can be humble and can be a really nice guy and say all the right things, but he's right there with him, I think, in my opinion. And when it comes to 9-ball, so.
Hey, Ed Ladawi's in, and he's making some comments here like beautiful table and lights, but they need a Wi-Fi upgrade.
Yeah.
But he's also, he's the, I believe he's the owner of Sandcastle Billiards in New Jersey.
He is.
He's talking about wanting to host something there with some players. That would be awesome. So I think that would be good. Yeah, George, I think George Teashea says, would you say that the pressure is heavier for Shane than Sky? Yes. I do. I think.
Well, look how Sky looked. That says it right there. Sky looked really just free.
It's Sky, and you know what? Sky's like, if I lose this match, I play him again. Whatever. But like for Shane, like I said, the 2 matches against Dennis, the disappointment, I'm sure, from the World Championship, where the first couple rounds he looked like nobody could beat him, right? And then he loses some kid I've never heard of, who plays good, but I never really heard of him at the time, and so. I think the pressure is on Shane, but I think, Shane has proven throughout his career that he is going to prepare and he's going to be ready. So I that's why I think Shane's going to win. But again, I'm rooting for Sky. Yeah.
Do you know, I honestly believe that Shane hears all this talk that's going on. Maybe he tries to convince people that he doesn't really do much on social media apart from when he's fishing and stuff, puts the odd bit of practice on that he does. I think he's building the pressure on himself. The pressure is building on him, and some of that pressure is coming from himself. As you say, he's lost his last few matches. I would have liked to have seen him play a race to 21 with somebody, for big money, but a race to 21, just a short, maybe even a 50. But I think these long races of 150, I honestly think he's too old for it. I don't think he can focus for 3 days on a race to 150. I honestly don't think he can do it.
Nah.
I don't know, man. You still got guys that are well older than Shane that can go and still hang on long races. I mean, Dennis is older than Shane is.
Hey, my buddy,
he's still there.
My buddy Mike Davis tells me about a guy named Ray Martin in North Carolina. He said for 2 hours he's the best player in North Carolina. He's like 85 years old. He said, but after 2 hours. So, hey, can we talk real quick before we go? I know it's been a pretty long show and we got to wrap up. But let's talk about the U.S. Open. Here's a picture of Emily in Atlantic City. And was that registration open for a solid 48 hours or something until it was completely full? I mean, 24 hours, like 200.
Within 24 hours, 256, gone, finished.
That's nuts. What do you think? Maybe the entry fee was too low.
Maybe what was it? 150? How much was it?
$750. Maybe there was a bunch of jobbers like me that got in.
Are you in it? Are you playing?
I'm not playing, but I would if I was still on the East Coast. I would have definitely played in that. And that's the thing. That's a population center right there in Atlantic City. New York's, hour or two.
Are you gonna go?
Baltimore.
Or is this one of those? I'm gonna go to Vegas. You're gonna go?
I don't know, Mike. I don't know.
Hey, Mike.
Mike, are you gonna be there Are you gonna be there with Cue It Up?
I was going to say, I heard a rumor.
2-on-1 over here.
Hey, Mike, I heard a story on Cue It Up podcast earlier on today that Anton Raga isn't going to be playing in the US Open. Is that correct?
Okay, so here's the story. So I get a message from a buddy of mine who's Philip, lives on the East Coast, who wanted to bring over Anton. And he's not very good with technology. He says, Mike, I need your help. Reach out to Matchroom if you can. And he kind of course, I'm on their shit list, right? But I said, okay, I'll help out, So I did.
Hi, Emily.
Yeah, right. I got an invite. No, it wasn't from Emily, but I got an invite letter from them like a day or two before they officially opened it up, and then I think, from my understanding, is because of the unknowns with Anton and his visa. That's the reason why they didn't register. But I don't know this to be fact, but I'd guess they have some, let's say, a couple dozen in their back end that they're keeping close to the vest to allow for big names like an Anton Raga, that if he goes and gets this, and again, it's all speculation, so I don't know this to be fact, but that would be my guess, is that they're holding back some spots just in case some of the big boys from Taiwan or China or the Philippines go and get their stuff situated to where they'll still be able to go and play.
Look,
So,
they have to, Mike. I mean, it would only make sense. You can't. I mean, like, think about it. I'm a decent player, but I don't belong in the U.S. Open. You know, I'm not going to go deep in that thing. And if you had 250 guys like me in there and you're holding out the top names, I mean, that would be ridiculous. So they have to be holding some spots. If I were them, I would have held 75 spots, you know, and then you can always release a few of them. Hey, a couple spots opened up next week, a couple spots opened up, you know. That's what I would do if I were them. I wouldn't. And you know, as a fan, that's what I want to see, right? I don't want to see guys my speed playing in that thing. I want to see a couple guys my speed, but I want to see the vast majority, the Asians, the Europeans.
I think it's going to be a lot of Europeans coming in. That's what I think. I think it's going to be a lot of Europeans coming over, and that you're going to see their names on there. So
there you go. Your man Dominic Dunn is in there. He said that they've saved back reserve 50 spots for the top 50 ranked players, Mike.
Yeah. So I mean, that makes sense to me why they would go and do it. But yeah, I mean, and Anton needs to go and play on a big stage, because Anton is the real deal. I don't care what game it is. I mean, aside from one pocket, Anton is one of the best rotation players on planet Earth. He is a killer in 10 ball. He's got the break to back it up. He can hang with the Changs and the Fillers and the Shanes and the Fedors, you name it. He's in that conversation. If you don't know, Carlo, he can go and get there. So Anton Raga needs to come to the U.S. It's time, and I think this would be his first time. But real quick, when it comes to Shane and Sky, Shane asked for this. Shane asked to go and play the winner, so he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's gonna be ready, and hopefully we can go and get him interviewed. We're gonna try. So.
Yeah, guys, can I wrap this up tonight, Joey? Can I be the one that wraps it up?
But before you do, real quick, Dominic's still in here, and we appreciate him in here chatting. And I kind of agree with what he said. Should be people minimum 700 Fargo speed. Honestly, that's what it should be. There should be some type of minimum cap on it, because if not, I mean, $750 to play in a pool tournament. I just paid $370 to play in CSI's event here in Tucson, and that's like, you know, I had the money. I said, okay, I'll give it a try, but you know, I really don't belong in that field. You know what I mean? So
I've got an idea. It's called the Open, Joey. Right? That's why it's called the Open. Anyone can go and play in it. Anyone can have their day. Why not increase the numbers, increase the size of the venue, increase the numbers?
Logistics.
Well, it's like the U.S. Open golf, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think you have to go through a series of qualifiers to get there. Like, not just anybody can pay the money and play in the U.S. Open Golf Championship.
No, but sure, let there be a qualifying process. That's what I'm saying. But allow, if it's called the Open, then let everyone have a go at it. But hold the prelims, you know, the qualifiers before, obviously, not at the same time, but give everyone the chance.
Yeah, I support that.
They did all they could do with it. It's 2 months out. I mean, they did all they can go and do, right? Because you don't want to hold too many back, and then people can't go and make plans that would go and fill it up. So I mean, it's kind of a lose-lose situation in that regard. You know,
we're living in strange times, Mike. I understand exactly what you mean. Guys, love to wrap this up. I think you'll agree this has been one of the best shows ever. It's been so much fun. We started with Sky Woodward. We had the guys on from Salotto App. They were fantastic. And we ended up with Raphael. A few little problems, but we're definitely going to get him back on, because we never got the best out of him, unfortunately. It has been a long show. I think it's it's 1 hour and 44 minutes, almost coming up to the 2 hour.
Didn't seem like it. It went fast. Michael Salmon's been in here the whole time. Thank you, buddy.
And that leads nicely into the thing I want to say. You know, without you guys joining in the chat and coming in and giving us all your comments, we wouldn't have any. We get all the material for this show from social media, and hit us up anytime you want. We love it. We're all about growing the game, and we want you to help us grow it. We love your comments. Please keep them coming. There'll be another caption competition, more guests next week. Just want to end up by saying, as always, Melina Mike, you are an absolute genius when it comes to your knowledge on all the players around the country, around the world as well, in fact, and all the challenge matches. Joey Ryan, you are just great, and I've got a lot of respect for you. Thank you so much. And I would just like to end by saying thank you from me, Demetrius Gelatis. Thank you from up there in the top right, Mr. Nate Minden, and thanks also
I
for
thought we were
joining
gonna
us,
have a touching moment here.
Melina Mike. Thank you very much for joining Nate Minden and Demetrius Gelatis. We'll see you next week. Thank you very much. Good night.